Have you ever wondered why so many things are no longer bought, but subscribed to? From movies and software to even our gyms, we're paying for continuous access. A fundamental shift has occurred. For centuries, a sale was a single event. But what if it's better to receive many small payments that continue far into the future? This simple question has changed everything. The craftsman and the factory owner. Their success depended on a constant hunt for the next sale, the next customer, the next transaction. It was a cycle of uncertainty, where the fortunes of a business could rise and fall with the changing seasons or the whims of the market. But a different idea began to take hold. What if the goal was not the sale, but the relationship? What if a business could build a system where revenue did not arrive in unpredictable bursts, but in a steady, reliable stream? This is the core principle behind the subscription model. It transforms a customer from a one-time source of income into an ongoing partner. The focus moves away from the single high-stakes decision of a large purchase and toward the low-friction choice of a small, repeatable payment, but one that has reshaped modern commerce. This model is not entirely new. Newspapers, magazines, milkmen once delivered to doorsteps on a weekly plan. But the digital age has allowed this concept to expand into nearly every corner of our economy. The internet makes it easy to deliver value continuously. New movie software update access to a community. This technological shift, combined with a deeper understanding of economic behavior, has turned the recurring revenue model into one of the most powerful forces in business today. It changes everything from how companies plan to how they are valued. Let us first look at the old way of doing things. Imagine a company that builds and sells furniture. A good month might see the showroom filled with customers. A bad month might see it empty. The company's revenue chart would look like a mountain range, with sharp peaks and deep valleys. This volatility makes it incredibly difficult to plan for the future with any real confidence. This constant need to generate new leads and close new deals is expensive and inefficient. It is like having to fill a bucket that has a hole in the bottom. You must keep pouring water in just to maintain the same level. The pressure of this model shapes the entire organization, focusing efforts on short-term campaigns and immediate sales. Customers' long-term satisfaction can become secondary. For the customer, making a large one-time purchase is a significant financial decision. The fear of making the wrong choice can lead to decision paralysis. Imagine a furniture company offers a furniture-as-a-service plan. Instead of selling a desk for $500, it offers access to a fully furnished home office for $25 a month. This income begins to stack, month after month. This shift transforms revenue from an unpredictable surge into a predictable stream. This predictability allows the business to forecast its future with a much higher degree of accuracy. Knowing how much money is coming in enables smarter, strategic decisions, like hiring and expansion, all based on a reliable foundation of recurring cash flow. In finance, predictability is often worth more than sheer size. Investors and lenders favor a company with steady, recurring revenue over one with larger, unpredictable earnings. This is why software companies are often valued at much higher multiples. The quality and predictability of earnings matter just as much as the quantity. When a recession hits, people are quick to postpone large, one-time purchases like a new car. They also postpone an expensive appliance. However, they are far more reluctant to cancel the small monthly subscriptions that have become integrated into their daily lives. A $10 streaming service often survives the budget cuts. A $20 software tool often survives the budget cuts. This resilience makes recurring revenue businesses more durable and better able to weather economic storms. They have built a financial seawall, one small repeating payment at a time. This model works because it aligns with human psychology. Committing to a large, one-time payment of several $100s feels like a major decision. It triggers a sense of caution and risk. We weigh the pros and the cons. Committing to a small monthly payment feels entirely different, light, manageable, and low risk. If it doesn't work out, we can always cancel. The barrier to entry is dramatically lower. Instead of selling expensive products, companies offered unlimited access for a small monthly fee. The goal was the same: make it easy for the customer to say yes. Once a person subscribes, a powerful force takes over: inertia. We see it on a statement, but it blends in with other routine expenses. The service continues to work, providing entertainment utility or convenience. Canceling, on the other hand, requires a conscious effort. Log in, navigate to the account settings, find the cancel button. For many, the path of least resistance is to simply do nothing and let the subscription continue. This creates a powerful dynamic that favors the business. The company does not need to resell the customer every month. The default state is subscribed. The customer must take active steps to change that state. This is not about tricking people. It is about understanding that humans tend to stick with the default option. As long as the service continues to provide a reasonable amount of value for its cost, most people will remain subscribers. The small recurring charge becomes a habit, both for the customer who pays it and for the company that receives it. In the world of recurring revenue, a new set of metrics becomes critically important. The first is recurring income, the predictable revenue a company can expect on a regular schedule. Even more important is customer lifetime value, or LTV. This is the total amount a customer is expected to spend over their entire relationship. For example, if a customer paying $5 a month remains for 3 years, their lifetime value becomes $180. The cost to acquire that customer, through advertising or a free trial, might have been $20. In the first scenario, the company lost money. In the second, it generated a significant profit from a very small initial investment. This is why subscription businesses are obsessed with the long game. This focus on lifetime value changes business priorities. Getting a customer to sign up is only the first step. The real work is in keeping them. Companies invest heavily in customer service, product updates, new features, all designed to ensure the service remains valuable and indispensable. The goal is to extend the customer's lifetime, thereby increasing their total value to the business. A small improvement in how long customers stay can have a massive impact on overall profitability when multiplied across thousands or millions of users. This logic explains why so many companies are willing to offer deep discounts. They are not selling a product, they are acquiring an asset. That asset is the customer relationship, and its value grows with each passing month. The initial sale is no longer the finish line, it is merely the starting gun. If lifetime value is the great reward of the subscription model, then its mortal enemy has a simple name: churn. Churn is the rate at which customers cancel their subscriptions. Even a low monthly churn rate of just 2% will lose nearly a quarter of its customers over the course of a year. To maintain its size, a subscription business must constantly acquire new customers to replace those who are leaving. This makes customer retention the single most important activity. It is almost always cheaper to keep an existing customer than to acquire a new one. Every additional month a customer stays adds directly to their lifetime value and the company's bottom line. Because of this, companies dedicate enormous resources to understanding and reducing churn, all to make their service so valuable that people will not want to leave. A small reduction in the monthly churn rate can be more impactful to long-term growth than a massive new marketing campaign. The fight against churn also highlights the importance of a smooth onboarding process. The first few days and weeks after a customer signs up are the most critical. This is the period when they form their initial impressions and decide whether the service is truly worth the cost. Successful companies guide new users, show them how to get the most out of the product, and help them experience its core value as quickly as possible. If a customer has a positive and successful initial experience, they are far more likely to integrate the service into their routine and become a loyal, long-term subscriber. The recurring revenue model becomes even more powerful when applied to digital goods and services. For a company that makes physical products like our furniture example, there is a real cost associated with serving each new customer. Every new subscription requires more wood, more fabric, more labor to build and deliver the furniture. While the revenue may be recurring, the costs are as well. Expenses grow in a linear fashion alongside the customer base. This places a natural limit on how quickly the business can scale and how profitable it can become. Digital services operate under a completely different set of rules. Consider a software application or a streaming platform like Netflix. The initial cost to develop the software or produce the movie is very high, but once that initial investment is made, the cost to serve one additional customer is practically zero. This is known as zero marginal cost. For a digital service, the cost of delivering it to one more person is negligible. It doesn't require more raw materials or a new factory. As the company adds subscribers, revenue grows, but costs do not. Each new customer adds almost pure profit. This allows digital businesses to scale at a speed impossible for businesses dealing with physical goods. This dynamic fuels the winner-take-all nature of many digital markets. The largest service can reinvest its massive profits to outperform smaller competitors. This makes its service even more attractive, which in turn helps it attract even more subscribers. The scale itself becomes a competitive advantage, creating a powerful moat that is difficult for new entrants to cross. The economics of zero marginal cost fundamentally change the rules of competition, rewarding scale in a way that the physical world rarely does. Businesses that sell ongoing access gain another powerful advantage, a continuous stream of data. A company that sells a product once has very little insight into how that product is actually used. A company that provides a service every day can observe user behavior in incredible detail. A streaming service knows which shows you binge watch and which ones you abandon after 10 minutes. A fitness app knows which workouts you complete and which ones you skip. A software company knows which features you use constantly and which ones you ignore. A constant feedback loop allows companies to make data-driven decisions. They can test small changes, measure their impact, and rapidly iterate toward a better experience. This process of continuous improvement makes the service more valuable and sticky over time, creating switching costs. Switching costs are the penalties a customer pays for leaving a service. These costs are not always financial. Often, they are related to habit, convenience, and accumulated value. If you have spent years building playlists on a music streaming service, switching means losing all that curated work. Netflix learns your tastes and offers recommendations tailored just for you. Leaving means starting over with a new algorithm that does not know you. Your cloud storage service holds your photos and documents. Your gym is where you know the trainers and the equipment. All of these factors increase the friction of leaving. As switching costs rise, churn naturally falls. The service becomes less of a simple utility and more of an integrated part of a person's routine, making the decision to cancel that much harder. Once a company has a stable base of loyal subscribers, it gains powerful ways to increase revenue from that same group. This is often more profitable than constantly seeking new customers. The company can create an escalator of value, allowing users to move up from free or basic tiers to more expensive premium offerings. The free tier acts as a marketing channel, attracting users at a low cost. A small percentage will eventually upgrade to a paid plan. Each step up the escalator increases recurring revenue and the lifetime value for that customer. Word processor, spreadsheet presentation tools. This encourages customers to adopt more of the company's products, increasing their dependence on the ecosystem, making it harder for them to leave for a competitor who only offers a single-point solution. It also increases the total amount each customer spends per month. This flexibility in pricing is a key advantage. A subscription business can test small price increases across its user base. A $1 increase in a monthly fee might seem insignificant to an individual customer and may not cause many to cancel. But when multiplied by millions of subscribers, it can result in a massive boost to annual revenue. This is much harder to do in a one-time sale model, where a price increase is immediately noticeable and can significantly deter new buyers. The recurring model allows for a more gradual and less risky approach to optimizing price and maximizing revenue over time. In the end, the shift from selling products to selling access is a story about the power of time. In the old transactional world, time was an adversary. A product aged became obsolete, the relationship with the customer faded. But in the world of recurring revenue, time becomes the company's greatest ally. Time is the force that allows small, monthly payments to compound into significant lifetime value. It is the medium through which a customer relationship deepens and switching costs grow. Time allows a stable base of subscribers to become a predictable foundation for future growth. This model is not without its challenges. It demands a constant commitment to delivering value. A company cannot simply make a sale and walk away. It must earn its customers' loyalty every single month. Trust must be maintained, the service must continually improve, or customers will eventually leave. The market is also becoming more crowded, with consumers facing a growing list of monthly charges, all competing for a limited share of their wallet. The battle is no longer for a one-time purchase, but for a permanent spot in a customer's monthly budget. Yet, the fundamental advantages remain powerful. Predictable income allows for smarter planning and reduces risk. The digital nature of many services allows for incredible scalability and profitability. The collection of data enables continuous improvement. The formation of habit creates a loyal user base. It is a model that turns customers from single data points into long-term assets, whose value appreciates over time. It is a system that works with, rather than against, the grain of human behavior. That is why so many businesses today, from the largest tech giants to the smallest app developers, have embraced the economics of recurring revenue. It changes the very definition of a sale and reorients the entire purpose of a business around the long-term relationship with the people it serves. It demonstrates that in business, as in so many other parts of life, the most powerful forces are often not the ones that are loud and sudden, but the ones that are quiet, steady, relentless in their accumulation over time.